Hey guys, welcome to my very first makeup tutorial. I'm super duper excited. Um Thanks for watching. Honestly, a lot of you guys have asked me for a makeup tutorial literally over the years, and now I'm comfortable enough to do it. So let's get started. As you can see, I'm already baked and everything like that. I got my foundation on, I used my highlight, and I did my eyebrows, and I've already got my eyes concealed and primed and ready. What I use is Too Faced Multi-Sculpting Concealer in the color Shortbread for my highlight. And then for foundation, I use the Too Faced Warm Nude right now because I've been out in the sun a little bit more. But usually I would use like the color Vanilla. So I go in between like two shades. All right, so let's get started. First thing I like to do is I like to put highlight underneath my eyebrows before I even start with my eyeshadow. To me, it just kind of works better. I mean, everybody else has their own tricks and everything like that, but you know, that's just how I do it. So the color that I'm gonna use is coming from the makeup company that I'm a brand ambassador for. It's called Flawed and Beautiful, and it's an eyeshadow palette, but I also like to use it as a highlight as well, so you can kind of use it for anything. The color that I'm gonna use is this one right here. So this is how I do it. I put it right on my brow bone. I don't go this far. I usually just put it here. And we're gonna do the same for this one. Just kind of put it just like that. I like to wipe my brush off, and I like to kind of blend it out a little bit more. Like that. All right, and then the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into the Riviera palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I'm going to use the color Estate. Sorry, I've been like using the hell out of this palette, but I like to use Estate, and I like to use that as a transition color. So let's go ahead and get that popping. Just like this. I like to tap it off too. And I like to put that right up in here. Right under the highlight to kind of give you a nice little transition into the next shade. And guys, I am not a makeup artist. I'm just simply a woman who loves makeup. I grew up watching my mother do her makeup, my grandmothers do their makeup. I mean, like my aunties. They just have always been in makeup. It's so dope. So we're just gonna blend that like that. Just like that. You wanna have it nice and blended. And we're gonna do the same thing for the other eye. Perfect. Nice, nice. Yay. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Jaclyn Hill Bling Boss palette, and I'm going to use the color Hush Hush, which is this one right here. Now what I'm going to do with this one is I'm just going to pack it on first, and then I'm going to blend. So this is how I do it. I tap, tap, tap. Just like that. Tap it right in my outer corner, kind of in the crease also. I wipe my brush off and then I start blending. Kind of take it up into the crease also. Then I like to go back in. I get some more of the Hush Hush, tap some off, and just do the same thing. Then I wipe my brush off, and then I blend it some more. All right, so we're gonna do the same thing for the other eye. And I'm using the brush Morphe and Jaclyn Hill JH30. Just for your reference. So tap, tap, tap in the Bling Boss. And then we're gonna pack, pack, pack. Oh God, I'm corny. All right. All right, packed in. Now let's blend. Guys, blending is so important. So very important. You want it to be seamless. Nice. So now what I like to do is I like to kind of reinforce the transition shade over the second color that I use. So we're gonna go back to the Riviera palette and we're gonna go back into Estate. You're gonna get a brush that kind of looks like this. Kind of short and has a lot of bristles. You're gonna blend that just over the top. Kind of smooth out some things. And I like to wipe my brush off yet again. And I'm gonna go back into Estate, tap, and then go back over. Perfect. Now I like to take another brush, kind of wipe it off, and I like to blend just a little bit more. Yay! All right, cool. So now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna go back into the Jaclyn Hill Bling Boss palette, and now I'm going to use the color Spark. It's this red one right here. I'm gonna take the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill brush JH32, and I'm just gonna apply this deeply into my crease. So you wanna get a nice good amount, tap it, and then we're gonna just go for it. Make sure you get deep into your crease, okay? Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Because guess what? We're going to clean that off when we do our cut crease. And you know what? My cut creases are super subtle. Like, I would love to learn how to get more bold with them, but your girl just don't know. I guess we're going to figure that out together. You definitely want to put it in your outer corner also. Like, that's really the key. All right. It's coming together. And then now I'm gonna go back into Hush Hush, and I'm just gonna sweep that back into this area, kind of on top of the spark. Now I'm just kind of softening it out, you know, so that it doesn't look too harsh, and my brush is clean. Just like that. Nice. So you see how we kind of got like a transition thing kind of going? You can see the lighter colors, and then you can see how the bling boss and the spark kind of mesh together. Well, now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to pack spark on just like this. Pack it on and then blend. And the reason why I like to bake before I even like start doing my eyeshadows, because sometimes some eyeshadows have fallout and it's just easy to just wipe it like right away. Now I'm just kind of softening this out here, making it look pretty. Nice, nice. Okay, and I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna take my Morphe and Jaclyn Hill brush, JH32, and I'm gonna pack it on. And I'm gonna bring it into my crease. Just like that. I'm gonna take a clean brush and I'm just gonna kind of smooth it out. Then I'm gonna clean my brush and dip it back into Hush Hush. Kind of let those two mesh. Just like that. Okay. And now I'm gonna take another clean brush and I'm going to soften it out here. You know what? I think I'm gonna use Riviera just to kind of soften it out. I'm gonna go back into the Riviera palette and I'm using Estate. And I'm just softening out. Nice, nice. Cool. So now I'm gonna do the same thing like I did on this eye. I'm gonna take Spark and I'm just gonna pack it on my brush, tap, and then pack it on my eye on the outer corner. Just like that. And then I'm gonna just blend it out into my crease. Blending is very, very important. Add some more Spark. And blend. All right, very, very good. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to use like a dark purple to kind of add dimension to my eyes. So I'm gonna take the color Rockstar. It's this one right here. I'm gonna take that and I'm only gonna put that on my outer corner. Just like that. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing for this one. Cool. And now I'm gonna take a clean brush and make sure that that's blended. Just like that. Okay. Now I'm just gonna take another clean brush and kind of soften that out. All right, water break. When I say water break, we all should take a sip of water. Water is the key to life. All right, so the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and start doing my cut crease with the concealer. And once again, I'm using a Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer in the color Shortbread. I'm gonna put a little bit on my hand. And make sure your hands are clean, guys, you know? Wash your hands before you do your makeup or, you know, just before you touch your face. I'm gonna take my Morphe and Jaclyn Hill brush JH43. And I'm just gonna dive right in. So what I do is I start from here and I just kind of clean it up just a little. and I tap. I like to tap it, and then I'll take my finger and kind of smooth it out. And I like to kind of crease to the middle of my eyelid. So just like that. That's how I do it. And then what I like to do is I take my finger and I just tap it to kind of blend it in. And I kind of blend it into the outer corner eyeshadows that I use so that it looks like this. Let me see. All right. And then I tap and blend. Just like that. And then we're gonna do the same thing for the other eye. Just like that. Take my finger and blend. Now, the fun part. So now I'm gonna use my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer. It's called Eyeshadow Primer Potion, and this is what it looks like. I'm gonna squeeze some out on my hand. And then I'm gonna take one of my brushes and apply it to the same area that I concealed. So just like this. Kind of grabs the eyeshadow because I'm using a loose glitter. So it's really cool. All right. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dive into the Amrezy palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I'm going to apply Cupcake. So that's this color right here. It's a pretty kind of purple. And I'm gonna put that right here, right in the middle of where I concealed and primed. Put that just right there, just like that. Make sure you cover up all of the concealed and primed part. I'm gonna do the same thing for my other eye. Just like that. And then I'm gonna jump right back into the Flawed and Beautiful eyeshadow palette. And I'm gonna use this color right here in the center. And I'm just gonna apply that right here at the bottom of the cupcake, but in the center. Just like that. So So it has a nice kind of shine to it. Then I'm gonna go back into the Amrezy palette and I'm gonna go back to Cupcake, which is this color right here. I'm just gonna kind of go over the parts that I already went over. Just at the top, because I like the whole transition into like a different color thing when it comes to shimmers. I love shimmers. Shimmers are my favorite. So I'm going back into the Flawed and Beautiful palette and I'm using this middle color here. And I'm just reinforcing. Just making sure that everything is nice and blended. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the Flawed and Beautiful eye glitter. This is the color Sparkle. It's so pretty. It was my first time using glitters, like loose glitters. I literally didn't know what I was doing, but I did it. So I'm going to take a clean brush and I'm just going to dip into the glitter like this. And then I'm gonna tap it off. Okay, and we're just gonna press it. Just like that. And I'm just gonna put it on my inner corner and kind of blend it into the shimmers that I already used. And we're gonna do the same thing for this eye. I'm gonna tap into it, tap some off, and then press. Just like that. Glittery. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to blend the mattes into the shimmers. So how I'm gonna do that is I'm gonna take one of my brushes and I'm gonna go back into Spark. Put some on and then just kind of blend it. Blend it right into each other, just like that. You guys can see that transition. All right. So now here is the fun part. I'm going to line my eyes. Let's see, what do I want to use? So I'm going to use my Shani Cosmetics eyeliner. I love eyeliners that let you have the most control. So let's see. What I do is I take it just like that. And then I come from here and I bring it all the way down. And then I fill in. So that's just the outer part. I like to do just like this. I don't know why, but like I get so stiff when I'm doing my eyeliner. It's crazy. I don't know why I'm like that, but it's just so weird. Just like that. And if you make a little boo-boo, all you have to do is this. You take the one that you concealed with and you just kind of clean it up. Like, there you go. I'm gonna do the same thing for this side. Just gonna take it, bring it up. And then bring it down. Nice. All right, so as you can see, I'm all lined up. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to do something to my bottom lash line. So I'm gonna take my Shiny brush in ES005. Looks like this, kind of like a pencil brush. And I'm going to take the Jaclyn Hill Bling Boss palette, and I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna use Rockstar, which is that deep purple. And I'm just gonna kind of blend it into my bottom lash line. Just like that. I'm gonna do the same thing for the other eye. Just like that. Nice. Okay, now that I've done that, I'm gonna take my Maybelline New York Tattoo Studio Gel Pencil Liner in white. And I'm just gonna apply that to my bottom lash line. Just like that. I'm gonna do the same thing for the other eye. Just like that. Water break. delicious. All right, so I'm going to put on some mascara. It's by Too Faced and it's called Better Than Sex Mascara. This is legit the best mascara that I think I've ever used. And it is better than sex. Just kidding. Oh. All right, and I'm just gonna get my mascara and my eyelashes popping. Just like that. And now I'm gonna do the same thing for my bottom lash line. Okay. So now we're ready to wipe this off. Just gonna go ahead and wipe it off. Just like that. And now we can go ahead and start contouring. So I use the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil and Dark Chocolate. And sometimes I use the Chocolate Soleil also, but I think I'm just gonna use the Chocolate Soleil and the Milk Chocolate. So this is what they look like. I like to do the chocolate one first, and I'm gonna take my Shiny brush in F002. I'm just gonna dab it in. And I'm just gonna contour my forehead, because as y'all know, your girl got a big one. All right. Just like so. And then I also like to take it and get these cheekbones together. But I don't extend it. I only go here. And I'm gonna do the same thing. Just wanna put it there initially. Get that together. Now I'm gonna go ahead and go into the Milk Chocolate Soleil. So it's this color. And now I'm gonna kind of do it like this. I'm gonna do the same thing over here. And I'm also gonna take it and kind of blend up top. I'm gonna blend the chocolates together. Just like that. And I also like to blend under here also. I like to contour because your girl got a baby face. And I'm going to go ahead and finish contouring. Get these cheekbones together, honey. And so this is what I like to do. I'm gonna take some of my setting powder and I'm just gonna kind of sweep it all over my face. The setting powder that I'm using is Clean Professional by Maybelline New York. Okay, and I'm sweeping. Right. Kind of knock some of that shine off. All right, so next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna contour my nose, and I use the Milk Chocolate Soleil to do that. I like to take my Morphe and Jaclyn Hill brush, JH30. Kind of go at the bottom, and then I like to bring my contour up to my eyebrow. Just like that. And this stuff smells so good. The Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And then I kind of just do this circle thing. Okay. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Flawed and Beautiful eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to use this color here. And I'm going to take one of my brushes and I'm just going to apply the highlight just like this. Just like that. Then I'm going to take some of it off and then I'm going to put some here and put some here. So it's a nice all the way around highlight. Then I'm also going to take the same color. I'm going to blow some off. I'm going to apply it to my lips, to the top of my lips and to the bottom. Just like that. Oops, I almost forgot. I need to put some highlight on the inner corner of my eye. So I'm gonna go into the Amrezy palette and I'm gonna go into the color Barb and I'm just gonna tap that here. Just like that. Alrighty, so now I'm gonna go ahead and line my lips. I'm using the Maybelline New York Color Sensational in the color Rich Chocolate. I'm just gonna line my lips. This is what I like to do. I kind of do like a lip contour thing. So put a line in the middle, a line from here, and a line from here, and I press them together. Just like that. Press them together again. And now I'm going to use my Flawed and Beautiful Fabulips color in Perfect Harmony. And I'm just gonna brush that right on. And this smells so good. And guys, go ahead and use my discount code to get 10% off of all Flawed and Beautiful products that I've showed you today. It's confidence in all caps, because confidence is key to yourself. I do like this company. It's a Black owned company, and the makeup is cruelty free, and it's definitely high pigmentant. So check them out, check them out. So now I'm just gonna go back with my Maybelline Rich Chocolate Lip Liner. I'm just gonna kind of blend it in. Just like that. And so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the eye glitter by Flawed and Beautiful in Sparkle. And I'm gonna take my brush, dip it in, and I'm just gonna add it like a topper to kind of add some shine. Just like that. Beautiful. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight my cheekbones, and I'm going to go back in with the Flawed and Beautiful eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to use this color right here. I'm going to take one of my brushes, handy dandy brushes. Let's see. I'm going to use the Shani ES001 brush. And I'm just going to tap that in to add a nice subtle highlight to my cheekbones. And what I like to do is I like to also highlight up in here, kind of like a little heart. Voila. All right, guys, that's how you achieve this look. And don't forget to use my code confidence in all caps to get your 10% off discount for all Flawed and Beautiful products. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. This was so much fun to do. Let me know in the comments if you want another one, and then also tell me what color you want to see me use next time. All right, guys, take care, drink your water, stay hydrated, love yourself, be a queen, be a king, and I'll see you guys next week.